Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is me and Kathy Dasho. I'm Dan Downs, and we both work in the North Reading Public Schools, and we are leading the MassCUE Computer Science and STEM STEAM group. Our topics for January 13th, I'll let Ms. Dasho dive into those. I think we're looking at Vivify, Museum of Science, and some AI options for STEM lesson plans. So let's go ahead and get into it. Kathy, do you have some things to share?
Yes, I do. The very first one I'm going to start with, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, is Vivify. So I'm going to go ahead and share screen, and I'm going to go into a Chrome tab, and I'm going to go right into Vivify. There it is right there. Okay. So Vivify is a site that I found, and I believe it's by two engineers who realized that the schools were very much heavily getting into STEM and basically decided they had a lot to offer based on their experience. So on one of their pages here, we also used some of their activities for our STEM STEAM night this past fall here. So one of their main topics on their opening page right now is Not All STEM is Equal. And they have a great section on the 3 stages of STEM education. There's a quick little infographic here saying not all STEM is equal. And then we'll go in and we'll explain the 3 stages of STEM. So they have the basic topics of STEM. We all know robotics, coding, and then we get into the building aspect of STEM, which is what they're claiming is the actual first stage of STEM. So stage 1 is what we would consider as building challenges. So they don't have an obvious connection to math and science, but they are important activities to serve to build a foundation of skills in communicating and problem solving. So as you notice as I scroll down, and I'm just kind of going by it here because I want to get to this infographic here, the 3 stages of STEM, because not all STEM is equal. So they're claiming that, and I kind of do agree with them. The definition of STEM education is too broad. A 10-minute index card tower challenge falls into the same category as a year-long robotics competition. So we as educators need a way to distinguish all the varieties that are involved in the STEM curriculum. So they define stage 1 as building challenges, and they consider them the most basic of STEM activities. They're great icebreakers, and they do build a great foundation in terms of problem solving, teamwork, and communication. Stage 2, they define as engineering design challenges, and these are rooted in real-world problems. And instead of getting right to it and building, students are systematically guided through a process of transforming design, building, testing, redesign, and sharing solutions. So in stage 2, students would obviously be introduced to the steps of the engineering design process. Okay? Stage 3 is where we would get into more design competitions. Things like first robotics and other design competitions, Bot Ball up at UMass Lowell. These are they're the most popular of stage 3 STEM. They're long-term projects involving math and science concepts, and students are required to solve open-ended problems, again, using the engineering design process. And again, any kind of robotics challenge in a classroom that would involve a unit taking from 3 to 4 to 6 weeks would be considered a stage 3 design challenge. So in terms of, they then have this other infographic, the goals of STEM stages. Stage 1 would be building confidence and critical thinking skills. Stage 2, apply science and math through the engineering design process. And stage 3, acquire new technical skills to solve a more complex problem. So what they've done, and they've made it quite easy, and I think this is very useful for teachers, is they've lumped them into the 3 categories by activities. So I think this is really a great organization here.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of, it looks like they do sell a lot of products, but they also have a lot of good
They do.
literature and books.
They do, but if you go up at the very top of the Vivify website, they do have what we call a free resource library, and I'm going to click on that right now. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, good. So I just want to make sure because I didn't know if I technically changed the tab. But anyway, so they have, and these are great. They have STEM space at home activities, and they recommend them by grade. These are really nice. Some are for lower elementary and some are for higher. They have activity, they have the engineering design process. So again, yes, some of them you do have to pay for, but others you can just take a look at and get the ideas from. So they're pretty robust and they're rooted in valid math and science concepts. So I think it's well worth checking out.
No, that's pretty cool. And I noticed that they are really heavily focused. They have a lot of distance learning challenges for STEM, which I think can come in very handy if you're teaching hybrid or you're teaching fully remote and you're looking for some resources. And the books look good too, even if you have a budget to pay for some books. The books actually look topically really great. So
absolutely. So if I click here on virus protection, there's nothing to stop you. They say it's for one teacher only. But they basically give you, it's almost like a whole packet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty, they do tell you here, our goal is to bring engineering to life, to vivify learning, hence the name Vivify. So, yeah, it's pretty nice.
Do you want to slip into the Museum of Science now?
Yes, I'm going to go right now into the Museum of Science. So to leave Vivify and go into Museum of Science, they have, I think I'm going to go back one on this for a minute. Let me just go back to their main page here. Hold on. So at the Museum of Science website, they have a whole engineering curriculum. Now, unlike Vivify, a lot of it you do have to pay for.
Do you want me to share that screen, or do you want to go ahead and share their homepage?
Can you see where I am?
No, I removed the Vivify, so you have to go back and share the screen again.
Okay, so I'm going to click stop on this. Okay, all right. So let me go back. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. We just want to share that homepage.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. Excuse me, and I'm going to go to Chrome tab, and I'm going to go to engineering curriculum. Okay. All right. So can we see now?
I'm going to add it to the screen.
Okay. Can you see that now?
Yep.
Okay, so at the Museum of Science, they have a whole engineering curriculum, and they're not as out there in terms of the 3 stages of STEM like Vivify was, but they do break their curriculum down into preschool for what they call re-engineer. They then have engineering as elementary for kindergarten. They have regular engineering as elementary for grades 1 to 5. They have engineering adventures for 3 to 5. So you can see this is very, very carefully broken down. And then they have engineering everywhere for middle school, grades 6 to 8. They have another one called Building Math for design challenges, again for middle school for 6 to 8. And then they have this program called Engineering the Future. And a number of years ago, I'm trying to remember, it might have been 4 or 5 years ago, I actually went to this Engineering the Future. When the pandemic is over, I can imagine they will go back and offer this to teachers in the summer. They normally offer it in the summer as a week-long program for teachers to go through all the challenges, and they give you the notebooks. It's a very comprehensive, well worth checking out, very much well worth checking out. Okay, and I don't remember paying anything for it at that time. These activities here for the elementary, I do think you do have to pay for. Okay, so if I clicked here to learn more, you can explore the units, but the units I do believe you have to pay for.
So they do offer a range, but most of them are kind of paid for through them.
Right.
Well, that's pretty good though. But in terms of, once the pandemic's over a bit and you want to plan a field trip or you want to
Right.
plan something ahead of time, do they have any online resources available for teachers?
Can you see what I'm showing right now on grades 1 to 5?
Yes.
Okay, so here are the units, but I'm pretty sure you do have
I see your engineering is elementary second edition.
engineering is elementary. You're not seeing grades 1 to 5?
No. So you might be on the wrong
Okay,
tab.
now I have to go back again. Oh my goodness.
You
Okay.
probably have it open.
Okay, so let's, in order to choose the tab,
I'll pull that one down.
yeah, I'm going to stop again. I'm just going to redo it again. Hold on. Let's go to share again, and let me see if I can go to Chrome tab. Second edition, grade 1 to 5. I'm going to show that now. Now you can see it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so for grades 1 to 5, now again, I just went into a category called unit. Okay, so for this unit, engineering is elementary, try it. If I click view unit, let's see if that comes up. It's whirling right now, so I just want to see. I do believe these are the kits. So they'll give you the topics and you do have to buy them.
Okay.
So as you can you see what I'm scrolling down through under buy now?
Yep.
Okay, so you can see designing alarm circuits. The kit is $19. The storybook is $4.99. I mean, there's certainly, having been through their older unit, there's stuff I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them. They're very thorough, and the website itself is very robust. And I wouldn't be surprised if you can find a couple of samples that teachers could use also. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop presenting that one right now. Okay, so again, both Vivify and the Museum of Science resources, they're excellent. They're excellent. And I think there are a couple in the Museum of Science you can find for free. Vivify has plenty of PDFs you can get great ideas from for free. And the next topic is, I do believe, is the artificial intelligence, Dan?
Yes. Just bear with me one moment here. I'm going to pop up the artificial intelligence.
Uh-huh.
So here we go. So this one is the artificial intelligence 3 tools for AI in the classroom.
Yep.
This is from Mindspark, so this is really just a straightforward share of 3 tools to model AI in the classroom. And these tools are increasing incredibly across, the web. If you're looking for options for AI to quickly share with students, I think for this sake, I'll just share, the topics, and then I'll explore one of them. So the very first one is Quick Draw, and it's a drawing game developed by Google to allow them to help developers to train new neural networks. And it has options for elementary, middle, and secondary for how they can use this tool. There's also Akinator, a game developed by French engineers who relies on an algorithm and machine learning. The game allows players to take a character, real or fictional, and the Akinator yes or no questions, so ready to guess the character. So there's some great guiding questions along with each of these activities. What I'm going to do is, I'm just, for the sake of time and keeping our video to a nice concise length, I'm going to go in here and click on Explore Quick Draw, and it doesn't seem to be. It's not showing the view, so I'm gonna do a new share. And what it wants you to do is, for example, draw a rhinoceros in 20 seconds. So let me see if I can share that screen real quickly.
It's fun.
It does. And let me see, this is the quick draw. So it gives you a timer. I only have 5 seconds now. So if I were to draw a rhinoceros, it gives me a pen tool. So there's some cool AI. So here's a
helicopter. Yeah, do a helicopter fast.
So,
See what it's thinking down the bottom? It's saying, I know, it's a helicopter. See?
He got helicopter, so I'll try roller skates. So I'll do. it tells you. I'll try to just do the wheels and then.
Bulldozer.
All right, I'll put.
It's funny to see how it thinks. It's funny to see how it thinks.
So I'll go ahead and I will stop that, but that's a pretty cool, quick draw AI session from that resource. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kathy, for helping put these resources together this past month. Next month, we'll have some more to share as my ticker keeps going. Thank you, everybody. And we will send this video out to the people who've signed up for our listserv. So if you're not on our listserv, feel free to connect with us on Twitter and send us a little message. But also, if you have any questions about anything going on here, feel free as well. Thank you, Kathy. Have a great night.
Thank you.